Now question number 1 4, that is 2x squared minus x plus 1 by 8 equal to 0. First of all, we have to take the LCM. Here the LCM is 8. So here the denominator is 1 and here also 1. So 1 goes 8 times 2, 16 x squared minus 1 8 times 1 8 x plus this one 1, and 8 will go there. 16x square minus 8x plus 1 equals 0. Now we have to multiply the first term, the last term. 16x square multiplied by 1. We will do the rough work. 16x square multiplied by 1. We get 16x square. Now the prime factorization: 2 8, 2 4, 2 2, 2 1. So we will try to rearrange this one to get minus 8. So 2 2s are 4 and again 2 2s are 4. If we write minus 4, then we get answer minus 8. We have got minus 8 and we can place here x. So we have got minus 8x. So in place of minus 8x, we can write minus 4x minus 4x. So 16x squared, here in place of minus 8x, we will write minus 4x minus 4x plus 1. Now from the first two terms, we will take common. So we can take common 16 and 4 and x square x, we can take common x. So 4 is gone, so 4 is here, 4 4 is 16. So 1x has come, x minus 4 has gone, so 1. Now from these two terms, we can take common minus 1. So here remains 4x minus the plus 1 ones are 1. Okay. Now we will take common 4x minus 1, 4x minus 1, 4x minus 1. So here remains 4x and here minus 1 equals 0. So now either or, that is the product of any two terms, if it is 0, then either of the two needs to be 0. So either the first term, first expression is equal to 0, or the second expression, that is 4x minus 1 equals 0. Here x equals minus 1 goes that side, plus 1 and divided by 4. So 1 over 4, and this side also the answer is 1 over 4. Now question number 5, 100x squared minus 20x plus 1 equals 0. This time also we will multiply the number with greatest exponent of unknown, 100x squared, with the least one, that is 1. We get 100x squared. So 100, 250 and 2 times 25, then 5 times 5, we have got it. Now we have to rearrange it, combine these numbers to get minus 20. So how can we get? We can get by 2 5s are 10 and again 2 5s are 10. Now minus 10 how much? Minus 20. And if we put here x, then we get minus 20x. So we can put in place of minus 20x this number, minus 10x minus 10x. Now we are going to do it. 100x squared, now minus 10x minus 10x. We have put this one in place of minus 20x plus 1 equals 0. From the first two terms, we have to take common. We can take common numerical one, 10, and this one x. 10 is gone, so 10 remains there, x gone, another x, minus 10 is gone, 1. From this 2, we can take on minus 1, minus plus minus 1 times 10, 10x, minus plus 1, 1 times 1, 1 equals 0. Now 10x minus 1, 10x minus 1, we can take it common. Here remains in this term 10x and here minus 1. Now we know that if the product of the two terms is equal to 0, then either of the two terms will be equal to 0. So either this term equals 0 or this term, that is expression, equal to 0. So here x equals plus 1 over 10. Here also x equals 1 over 10. Now we are going to solve question number 6, that is 2x squared minus 7x plus 6 equals 0. To solve it again we will take the first term 2x squared and 6. We will multiply it. 2x squared multiplied by 6. We get the answer 12x squared. So now we will find out the prime factorization of 12. 2 6, 2 3, and here 3 1. Now we have to rearrange it to get minus 7. So we can get it by 2 2s are 4 and 3 1s are 3. So minus 4 minus 3. So we get minus 7. And if we place here x, then we get minus 7x. So in place of minus 7x, we can write minus 4x minus 3x. We are going to do it. 2x squared in place of minus 7x, we will write minus 4x minus 3x. Minus 4x minus 3x here plus 6 equals 0. Now from the first two terms, we have to take common. We can take common the numerical portion 2 here and 4 here. So we can take common 2, and here x squared and here x. We can take common x. So if 2x is taken common, then here remains 2x gone, 1x. So plus minus, plus minus minus, okay. 2 2s are 4 and x gone. Now from these two terms, we can take common 3, of course, and to make it x minus 2, we need to take common minus. So now minus plus minus 3 times x, 3x, minus a plus 3 2s are 6. We have got it. Now we have to take common from this term and this term. We can take common x minus 2. X minus 2. Then there remains here 2x minus, and here minus 3. Again the product of two terms, if it is equal to 0, then either of the two needs to be equal to 0. So either the first expression x minus 2 equals 0, or the second expression twice x minus 3 equals 0. So here x will be equal to minus 2 goes that side, then it becomes plus 2. And another possibility, that is twice x minus 3. So x will be equal to, if minus x goes that side, then it becomes, minus 3 goes that side, then it becomes plus 3 divided by 2 will come down. So we have got the two answers. Now it's question number 7, that is x squared minus 10x minus 96 equals 0. Again we will take the two terms, that is x squared first one and the last one minus 96 times minus 96. If you multiply, you will get the answer minus 96 x squared. Now we will find the prime factorization of 96. So we will push it 2 times 40, 5, 6, 7, 8, 24, 2 times 12, 2 times 6, 2 times 3. Now we have to make it 10. So how can we make it? 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 8 2s are 16, 2 3s are 6. So 16 minus 6 we will get 10. So 16 minus 6 we will get 10. But here is minus 10. 16 minus 6, that is 10. But in the question it is minus 10. So we need to write minus in place of 16 and plus here. Then we will get minus 10. Now it is okay. So minus 10x. So in place of minus 10x, we can write minus 16 plus 6x. Minus 16x plus 6x. So we will do it. X squared in place of minus 10x, we will write minus 16x plus 6x. Now minus 96 equals 0. So from the first two terms, we can take common x. So it becomes x minus x gone, then 16. Then from these two terms, we can take common 6, then plus x, 6 into 6s, plus minus 6 into 16, it is 96. Now we can take common these two, x minus 16, here x, then here plus 6. Now the product of two numbers is equal to 0, then either of the two is to be equal to 0. So either the first expression x minus 16 equals 0, or the second expression x plus 6 equals 0. So x equals 16 or x equals minus 6. Done. Now we are going to do question number 7, that is root over 3x squared plus 10x plus 7 root over 3 equals 0. This time also we will take the two terms. First term root over 3 x squared, and the second term times 7 root 3. So if you multiply these two, then we get root 3, we get 3 times 7 times x squared, that is 21x squared. Now we will do the prime factorization of 21. 3 7 7 1. Now we have to rearrange these numbers to get plus 10x plus 10. So we can do it. 3 and 7 ones are 7, so 3 plus 7 we get 10, and if we place here x, we get 10x plus 10x. So in place of plus 10x we will write 3x plus 7x. So we will proceed root over 3x squared plus, in place of this number, 3x plus 7x plus 7 root over 3 equals 0. Now we have to take common. So from these two terms we can take common. In the previous math also we have done, I think in question number 3 we have done, here was 2, we have to make it root 2. So if we make this 3, if you convert this one into root, then you can write root 3 squared. So here is 2 root 3. So we can take 1 root 3 common, and here x common. So root 3 gone, x gone, here remains x plus 1 root 3 gone, then another root 3 is here, and x gone. This one done. Now for these two terms we can take common 7. If we take common 7, then x plus root 3. We can check it up, plus 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 7x plus 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 7 times root 3, 7 root 3. Now we can take common x plus root 3, x plus root 3, x plus root 3. Here it remains root 3x plus, and here it remains plus 7 equals 0. Now either this one needs to be equal to 0, or this one needs to be equal to 0, because the product of two numbers equal to 0, then either of the two numbers need to be equal to 0. So the expression x plus root 3 will be equal to 0. This one also, root over 3x plus 7 needs to be equal to 0. So x equals plus root 3 goes that side, minus root 3, and this one x equals minus 7, then root 3 comes down. It is the answer. Now question number 9, that is x squared plus 2 root over 2x plus 2 equals 0. Again we have to take the first term and the last one. So we get x squared times 2, that is 2x squared. Now we will take the prime factorization of 2. Mind here one thing, the prime factorization of 2 we can find out 2 times 1, but 2 times 1 by rearranging we cannot get 2 root 2. So for this we need to do this one in a little bit tricky way. 2 can be written as root 2 times root 2. Yes or not? Root 2 times root 2 equals 2. That is, you can say root 2 multiplied by root 2 equal to root 2 squared. Yes or not? And the answer is 2. So 2 can be written as root 2 multiplied by root 2. Now we can do it by arranging, that is root 2, then this one also root 2. So root 2 plus root 2, we will get 2 root 2. Yes, we have got 2 root 2. And if we put here, place here x, then we get 2 root 2x. So in place of plus 2 root 2x, we will put root over 2x plus root 2x. So we will proceed. In place of this, we will write this one plus root 2x plus root 2x. Now this one. Now it can be easily done. Sorry, it is root 2x. From the first two terms we can take common x, so here remains x, plus if we take common x, here remains 2, plus we can take common root 2. 2 can be written as root over 2 square, we already know it, so we can take common root 2. Here is x plus 1 root 2 gone, then another root 2. So we can take common now x plus root 2, x plus root 2. So x plus root 2. So here it remains x, and here it remains plus root 2 equals 0. Now again we know either of these two will be equal to 0. So either the first expression x plus root 2 needs to be equal to 0, or the second expression x plus root 2 needs to be equal to 0. So either x equals minus root over 2 or x equals minus root over 2. We have got the answers. Now we will do question number 10, that is 14x plus 5 minus 3x squared equal to 0. Let us take the powers of the unknown in descending order. It is written randomly. So first of all, minus 3x squared, then we will search x, then the constant 1. Now we will multiply the first term with the last term, minus 3x squared times 5. We get the answer minus 15x squared. This time 15. So 3, 5, 5, 1. Now we have to make plus 14 by arranging these numbers. So we can arrange it into 3 5s are 15, and here is 1. So 15 minus 1, we get 14. We get 14. So x, x, x. In place of 14, we will write 15x minus 1x. So let us write, in place of 14x, we write plus 15x minus 1x. Then plus 5 equals 0. Here we can take common minus 3x. Then minus gone, 3 gone, x gone, x remains minus plus minus. Okay, minus minus plus. So from 15 if we take 3, then there remains 5x gone. Now from these two terms we can take common minus and 1. Minus plus minus, 1 times x, x minus minus plus. So 1 times 5, 5 equals 0. Now we can take common these two, x minus 5. So here remains 3x minus 1 equals 0. Now either of the two will be equal to 0. So either the first expression x minus 5 will be equal to 0, or the second expression minus 3x minus 1 equal to 0. Here x equals minus 5 goes that side, becomes plus 5. Okay, and for the second expression minus 3 minus 1 goes that side, plus 1, and x equals 1 minus 3 goes down because it is multiplied here. We get the two answers.